welcome to this week's Neumann Update. I'm Alexis Lomax. The impeachment trial of President Donald Trump came to an end Wednesday evening as the Senate voted in favor of an acquittal. The Senate met on Wednesday to cast their vote to whether President Trump's previous actions were unconstitutional and if he should be removed from office. On Article 1, abuse of power, the Senate voted 52 to 48, followed by a 53 to 47 vote on obstruction of Congress. Both votes reached the verdict that President Trump is not guilty and will remain in office to finish out his term. With the votes mostly along party lines, Mitt Romney of Utah was the only Republican that voted in opposition of party lines. He voted guilty on the first article, abuse of power, and not guilty on the second, obstruction of Congress. If removing the president from office required more than a simple majority, 2/3 of the chamber would have had to vote to convict. President Trump spoke on Thursday night in the East Room of the White House, where he celebrated his acquittal and apologized to his family for all they had to endure. The White House confirmed Thursday evening the death of an al-Qaeda leader who had been on the United States' most wanted terrorist list since taking over al-Qaeda's Yemen affiliate in 2015. Qasim al-Rimi, founder and leader of al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, was killed after a U.S. airstrike in Yemen. Al-Rimi was also deputy to the al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri. Before the airstrike occurred, the State's Department offered a $10 million reward for information that could help capture Qasim al-Rimi. Under Rimi, al-Qaeda Arabian Peninsula committed unconscionable violence against civilians in Yemen and sought to conduct and inspire numerous attacks against the United States and our forces. The death of al-Rimi further degrades al-Qaeda Arabian Peninsula and al-Qaeda, and it brings us closer to eliminating these threats these groups pose to our national security, the White House said in a statement. The annual Philadelphia Auto Show has made its way to the Philadelphia Convention Center. We sent our own Amanda Cunningham to cover the event. Let's take a look.
Car lovers, start your engines. The Philadelphia Auto Show returns to the Pennsylvania Convention Center from February 8th to the 17th. The Philadelphia Auto Show is one of the largest auto shows in the U.S. and averages about 250,000 attendees each year. Approximately half of those who attend make a purchase within 12 months of visiting. Key highlights of this year's Philadelphia Auto Show will include the return of 36 global manufacturers to the show floor displaying their latest product to hit the market, as well as an array of additional displays featuring exotic vehicles, supercars, classic automobiles, aftermarket, and Hollywood vehicles. This is the 119th edition of the Philadelphia Auto Show and promises to be an exciting ride. Tickets can be purchased at phillyautoshow.com or by visiting the convention center.
With all this rainy weather we keep having, the Philadelphia Auto Show is a great way to stay dry and have fun. Wouldn't you agree, Rhea?
I definitely agree with that one, Lexi. This week was definitely a wet one. After all the rain we had this week, we will get to see some improvement in the forecast starting tomorrow, which looks to be mostly sunny but chilly with a high of 43 degrees. Sunday, partly cloudy, 48 degrees. The rain comes back into Monday with a mild temperature of 55 degrees. There's a chance for rain to continue into Tuesday, bringing scattered showers and a high of 49 degrees. A cooler break Wednesday, the high at 44 degrees, and the skies finally clear up for some sun, but not for long. For the end of the next week is looking to be pretty damp. That's all for this week's weather update. I'm Rhea Benet-Troilo. Have a great weekend.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car back. I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
You know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you. Your barber. Your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3.
You okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Dishes are best served hot, and I have the hottest news for you this week. Jay-Z is explaining why he sat during the national anthem at Super Bowl 54 and says it was not a silent protest. Jay-Z and Beyonce got some criticism after TMZ posted a video showing them and their 8-year-old daughter sitting while Demi Lovato performed the Star Spangled Banner. The suggestion that it was a silent protest. Now TMZ has posted a video of Jay-Z explaining. He said it was not premeditated and simply a case of him doing his job. That's because his Roc Nation Corporation has partnership with the NFL, which includes producing the Super Bowl halftime show and other major performances. He said he and his wife were distracted as they talked about the show and evaluated the microphone levels and speaker layout. Looks like a lot of people are seeing the plus side of having Disney Plus. They got 26.5 million subscribers. Analysts only expected they get between 20 and 25 million subscribers this quarter, but clearly the analysts underestimated Disney. The numbers came out Tuesday when they announced their first fiscal quarter earnings. Disney Plus launched in November, the company's first Friday into the world of streaming. With other news, actress Shannon Doherty revealed she's battling cancer again. In an emotional ABC News interview that aired on Good Morning America Tuesday, the 48-year-old says she now has stage 4 cancer. She says she is still processing the diagnosis and calls it a bitter pill to swallow. Doherty didn't say which type of cancer she has at this time. She was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015 and underwent a single mastectomy, radiation, and chemotherapy. The Charmed star announced she was in remission in 2017. Doherty says she took part in last year's reboot of Beverly Hills 90210, partly to prove she could continue working despite her second cancer diagnosis. She says she still has a life to live. Jury selection is slated to begin in July for R. Kelly's federal trial in New York. The singer appeared for a hearing via video conference from Chicago wearing an orange prison uniform. He's awaiting a separate trial in Illinois that is set for April. At least 400 potential jurors are expected to be summoned for his New York trial in May. They'll fill out jury questionnaires before the official selection begins. Then the trial is scheduled to begin July 7th, after jury selection is complete. Kelly is facing several charges, including kidnapping and sexual exploitation of a child. He is pleading not guilty. That's all the news I have for this week. I'm Daquan Ray, and have a great weekend.
As we complete our 4th week of classes and our first round of tests quickly approach, we could all probably use some positive stories to encourage us. Some Florida teens are raising money for veterans. They're students at Southco High School in Riviera Beach, and they've collected almost $9,000 for Southeast Florida Honor Flight. The group flies survivors of World War II, Korean War, and the Vietnam War, and any veteran with a terminal illness to Washington, D.C. to visit their memorial. Some of the students plan to join the veterans for the year's honor flight trip. An Ohio school has a new therapy puppy, and it's flippin' cute. He's a 12-week-old sheepadoodle named Odin, but he's more than just an adorable face. The little guy has a big job at La Brea local schools. Chad Kisser is his handler. Kisser hopes the school might someday expand the program and bring in more dogs. Bringing things more local, a 19-year-old in Plymouth Meeting decided to pay it forward the other day at the Plymouth Meeting Mall when he saw some Girl Scouts selling cookies. Marcel Dupree has been suffering with anxiety and feeling down and just wanted to perform an act of kindness. When a Girl Scout approached him that day and asked if he wanted to buy any cookies, he knew that was the perfect opportunity. When Dupree told them he wanted to buy all 100 boxes of cookies they had, the Girl Scouts could not believe their ears. Despite buying all the boxes, he only took home one box with him and instructed the Girl Scouts to just hand out the remaining 99 boxes to random people. Since paying it forward, Dupree says his anxiety is gone, and one of the Girl Scouts' mothers said that she wants to match Dupree's donations through the Hometown Heroes program. That's everything for this week's On a Positive Note.
What lovely stories, Amanda, as always. That's all we have for this week's update. I'm Alexis Lomax.
And I'm Amanda DeCarlos.
Have a great weekend.